Yo, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
KK, where you at?
it's good. You hear me? Here we go. We in the building, man. What's good? Where y'all at, man? Dang, yeah. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. What's up, man? Shout it out, bro. Shout it out to everybody, man. Join the chat. Hey, yo, y'all heard? Did y'all hear the thing I sent to y'all? You heard it, Mo? Yeah, why I can't hear you?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Nah, I said I haven't had the opportunity of listening to it yet, man. This day was kind of crazy, man. It was really a lot going on. A lot.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
I
I
was just
definitely, I,
it was ridiculously crazy today.
no, I definitely understand.
Yeah, I'm burnt out right now. I'm burnt,
Yeah,
and I
I
still
kind of,
got.
I stayed on that. I was learning a lot. Like it was just thing after thing. Man, I kind of stayed in most of the day just trying to get some work done. And then just getting calls from the pen, then seeing what was posted on YouTube earlier with somebody had put somebody's voice on there that was from the Haven. It's like then I ended up getting a couple calls from the pen. It's like a lot of times, man, we get caught up on what we're doing, man, and not realizing that sometimes brothers be in a situation they ain't got no control over. They just be sitting there stuck, and that is the blessing of now what we have, like things that we have control over. You
Yeah,
know.
but what do you provide some backdrop? I mean, we just kind of like just going into what do
Yeah,
you
but so
reference to? I don't understand what you're talking.
what I was about to go into what I was referencing to, but just want to try to give that particular analogy just about out of control. So, um,
You're both talking.
you can hear me? Yeah. So, bro had this kid, Scully had somebody post something on YouTube about what's going on in Greenhaven, and that somebody had got killed, and they all locked down. They're not letting them out. They've been in the cell for like over a week already, just locked down. And we all know how those lockdowns get. And I'm quite sure nowadays how things are, where dudes is not really together as much as they used to be. How foul it is, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just I know leaving out of there it was just getting worse. You know, I was coming behind there like certain rules were taking things violate being violated even more, and when you start losing a lot of the brothers you know who was with bringing the people together, who was with standing together to go against that. When you lose that, it's like damn, who's gonna be there for you? Who's gonna be there for the ones that trying to stand alone? I mean, and they got to face that. So it just kind of hurt my heart though. Just saying it's almost like a plea. You know how to, yo, you got that footage, Mikey? Huh?
Which footage you talking about?
I had put
Which
it in
footage?
the, I had put it in the chat. put it in the chat. The joint from YouTube with bro from Green Haven. It's locked up in Green Haven. He's on there. Um, let me see something. I don't know how to do it. I put it in there. I'm gonna send it again in there so you have it. I just
Yeah, I got it.
sent it to you again.
Is that already up on somebody's YouTube? That's already on somebody's YouTube, right?
Yeah, they had just posted that today, real time, like what was going on. So I guess son had, you know. So I wanted to play it, but I didn't want to play it like this. I didn't want to do it like that. That's kind of tacky.
Taking our shit, stealing our packages. Boy Scully, man, we need your help. I'm in Green Haven Correctional Facility. These people in here beating our ass, taking our shit, stealing our packages, violating us, man, and lying to the news saying that we in here doing bullshit. They daring us on right. We ain't coming out. We locked in the cells for 24 hours a day. That's not how it's supposed to be. So if any of y'all know anybody that can link me with people in the news or anything, man, please get at me, inbox me, and just let me know, man, because we need to get this story out there. We need help here, man. They really fucking us up. This whole system is corrupt, man. All these people work together and they be violating us. So please get at me. I'm in Green Haven Correctional Facility. Please get at me and let me know if y'all can contact me with the news or anything so they can hear this story. Thank you. One.
So we trying to figure out.
Social media, this your boy Scully, man. We need your help. I'm in Green Haven Correctional Facility. These people in here beating our ass.
Yeah. Yeah, so like, it's crazy. So they had the news going there. I didn't know they had the news come up in there. That's what I was trying to figure out what happened. You know what I'm saying? Well, what specifically was happening, man, for bro to actually get on the thing and be pushing that now. And I was already hearing something about things that was going on in Clinton.
I mean, so the information that we have right now, do we know whose page that is that he sent that to? Do we even look into that to see, perhaps we can reach out to that person and DM him or her, maybe send a message to that person on that, however, what was it, a YouTube page, was it a Instagram page, what post was it?
Boogie Down for Real 130 at I famous Boogie Down 30.
Yeah, so
Hey, bro.
so did we at any time, I mean, because I don't, I mean, did anybody reach out to this person so that we can probably get a little bit more information, or like?
I don't even know, bro. KK had put me onto it. I don't know what background research he did or what he did. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
he
that's
he
what I'm
had put
trying
me
to find
onto
out
it.
now, because we probably could have got a lot of information about this earlier. I mean, if he was sitting on this information, I mean, right now it's 11 o'clock at night. Did we, it would have probably been prudent for him to obtain some information, and then, we can have a lot more substance. Maybe we can call a guest on. Maybe we can call somebody who posted it. It might be a relative. We don't know what's going on. We just getting somebody speaking out from Green Haven talking about they doing this, they doing that, but that's all we getting. We don't have no backdrop. We don't so I don't even know the brother name other than it's Scully.
Somebody could have hit up L Famous though and seen what somebody could have tried to contact him and try to get the story because he posted it. and try to get the story and see what was really going on. You heard?
That was L Famous that posted that?
L Famous posted that.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense. That's what I'm saying. We could have reached out to L Famous then. Boom.
Right.
You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
somebody could have got him up here or just, linked up with him and see what was going on and see how we could assist or, see what we could do,
Hold on. Give me a second.
But these type of things is normal practices in prison. They lock stuff down. They try to keep information from getting out. When they doing this nonsense. You know what I mean? It's a regular thing of oppression. This is like business as usual. In the Department of Corrections, man. This is why the video I made earlier on Mikey B is free about Toussaint Louverture. Concerning, boycotting prison and, just not putting ourselves there and letting them trick us out of our freedom. Because once they get us into them cages, man, all bets is off. They doing what they want. They doing whatever they want, with us and our lives and our family members. You at their mercy. You at the mercy of those people. So, that's something that we got to contend with, and that we always got to be mindful of. Come on, player. Yeah, man. Yeah, but Mo, you hear me? Like I said, I don't really know the particulars of it. I got it from Here go KK. KK sent it to me. KK, give us some background on this, man.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yo, salute to everybody in the building. Jay Burton, DJ Shep. You know what I'm saying? Yo, send a link to Jay Burton, y'all.
Oh, tell the link is in the chat.
It's not. I see it in the chat on the phone, but I see it in the chat on the phone, but I don't know if you can hit it. Let me see if I can hit it on my phone. Nah, you can hit it. It's in the chat on the phone. I see it, bro. But give us some more background on the other story, though, KK.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Yeah, I can hear me, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So sorry about that, man. This thing, I had to move the rooms. I was inside the room, but we had like just on YouTube regular. So I had got some calls already earlier, like stuff that was going on in Clinton, right? So they just sometimes they tell you what's going on in the other jail. So I didn't really hear nothing about Green Haven. I could like, yo, this happened here. Somebody that got shot here. Somebody that got killed, right? I'm like, yo, who? Usually trying to find out who. But then they had dudes in Clinton spot had got locked down, so dude couldn't even call back. And then I'm just on YouTube. I'm just searching whatever going on YouTube. I see this dude post something, right? Give y'all his name. His name. At L Famous Boogie Down for real.
L Famous.
Yeah. All right, so L Famous Boogie Down for real. Like he posted like in real time, his man that's in there and what was happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the day that happened, like, yo, this is real time. So I guess he was on the phone with him and it was on YouTube and just put it on live, like was going live with him saying what I had just played, like how the police just violating crazy, taking their stuff, beating dudes up, no wreck, got them locked in all day long. But of course, we understand how lockdowns is, you know what I'm saying, how lockdowns go. But now they just get even worse because now, correction, it just becomes its own world. And a lot of times we know about a bunch of stuff that go on, but we don't never say anything. You know what I'm saying? It just be like, it's in there. They'll never got their own system. They repress everything that's there. Somebody get killed, nobody, next thing you know, next day, everything is just business as usual. And unless, you know how I go, unless the person family is real aggressive, adamant, getting shut down. I had just left Clinton. Matter of fact, a kid from Syracuse, a young kid from Syracuse, had got killed by the police up there, murdered by the police up there. And his mom's fortunately his mom's was going hard. At first they didn't want to let her in, and some people will go for it. Oh, nah, I ain't getting no visits. Kept stringing her along, and like she pushed the issue. And then you had a lot of dudes that was up there as well that was sending information out, trying to even alert her to get them. You know what I'm saying, to make a big deal about it. So a lot of time, bro, what be going on in there, it got to be put out, but nobody be speaking about none of that. It's always about, who doing what, or this dude ain't no good, or he got beat up in the joint, or boom, boom. But dudes are suffering inside there, man. A lot of brothers are suffering inside there and going through a lot. I just got a call from I don't know if you know Sharif. He was a Muslim dude, very militant, from Egypt, right? All the brother, new martial arts, all that. Very humble. Didn't talk to too many people at all, but he just got they extraditing him, right? So if they ship you out the country, you know how it go. They take you, send you up to Wendy, put you in a holding joint at Wendy. Then a lot of times you go to it's another facility. You got Buffalo got a federal facility over there, and they send you to that part. And I just like sitting in the box. You just be sitting there waiting, with nothing, no property, no nothing. You just sitting in the cell, just waiting until they come pick you up.
So what kind of sticks out to me is that, all right, so we're talking about Green Haven here, right? So number one,
Yeah.
Green Haven is not a lockdown facility. So we don't have any knowledge as to what specifically preceded them locking them down. All we know is that he's saying that there is a lot of abuse that's taking place in the facility, and that the police is violating. All right, but is he saying that they are on 25-hour lockdown indefinitely? How long have they been on 24-hour lockdown? What preceded that? Was it an
Yeah, he
incident?
didn't say. That's what we were trying to get somebody. Yeah, that's what we were trying to figure out. Somebody had just put in there 3 of my neighbors are correction officers in Green Haven.
So I'm trying to get the
that's what we're
facts.
trying to find out.
I'm trying to get a lot of the facts.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want to do.
Because it kind of sounds like we don't really. It kind of sounds like we're like all over the place, and I want to make sure that when we have the information so that we can adequately convey it, and then furthermore, and look more into it, so that we're not going into something blinded. I mean, we do want to reach out to the necessary parties so we can hold them to account. But we don't have anything to go on other than
it was so now I got something. So now it was something in the news, right? So hold on.
Covering tonight, our staff members at a maximum security prison in Dutchess County. This comes after 24 hours of violence inside a lockdown. We're going to get you to that story in just a little bit. But first, a state prison in Dutchess County still in lockdown tonight after 2 corrections officers were injured in a 24-hour period. Here's our Ben Nandy, who explains why this is an ongoing problem.
State officials expected to take a while to search and secure Green Haven Correctional. Violence broke out among inmates on Monday and wouldn't stop. A state corrections officers union spokesperson says during this time, an inmate broke a CO's nose. The acting state corrections commissioner then ordered Green Haven to lock down while they search for weapons. It's still locked down. I think it's almost like a death spiral. Assemblyman A.J. Bifon says the state has stripped COs of their ability to discipline and separate inmates to reduce violence. Bifon says one example of that he's trying to reverse is a 2022 law banning long-term solitary confinement.
There's no way for these wardens to separate inmates that are currently acting up like they had in the past.
The CEO's union spokesperson agrees.
Once that discipline has been extremely watered down, there's nothing basically stopping the inmates from committing.
They also say the lockdown may last for several more days. Ben Nandy, News 12.
Official.
So That you know what's crazy?
Cap. You heard?
Nah,
That is cap.
Lot
Go
of
ahead, bro.
lot of cap.
Super cap. You heard? Captain America. You heard? Captain America. You heard?
Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch. Captain
Yeah.
America. El Capitan.
Yeah.
You heard? Hey yo, baseball caps.
So no, it's crazy.
Big
Now
caps.
you see the game behind it.
Yo, nah,
You
bro.
see the game behind it.
If you do a violent crime, you still could be put in solitary confinement for a long period of time, bro. That's cap. That is cap, bro. That is a whole lot.
So CO got their nose broke. That was only one incident.
I'm not saying that didn't happen. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
No,
about
no, bro. I was just looking at the timing.
The crux of that
Some of the
is
timing of it.
they're saying all this stuff is happening because they can no longer discipline people. That's cap. We all know that no matter what, if you do a violent crime in there, you still can get 9 months and better. With the new laws, you can still get 9 months and better in the box, bro. And you still go to another jail. You go to the box and you go to another jail. That's cap. Fitted cap.
So all right. So this is what I'm seeing, right? All right, let's assume that we all know what that looks like because we've been there before. So if you recall, they initially said that 2 officers were assaulted, right? So if that is the case, right, then we have to imagine that perhaps conditions are so deplorable in there because what I've been hearing, and I'm sure you guys have been hearing the same thing, is that Green Haven is getting out of control. Like the police is violating. Things is getting crazy. They taking things away from people. So perhaps the staff is starting to violate, thinking that they can get away with stuff. And perhaps somebody broke somebody's nose. And maybe even there's been 2 officers that got their butts beat, right? So let's just assume that happened. From a security standpoint, we know that if the administration believes that it's coordinated, that they have reason to believe that it might metastasize and get worse, then they're going to shut the spot down. They're like, all right, enough is enough. We're going to go look for weapons. We're going to go shut this thing down. So let's assume that this is all happening right now, right? So the message that Scully sent out would then be validate.
So the theme,
what he's saying, because he's basically saying, yo, listen, now we know when they come down, the police is shutting down the blocks. They running down. They might be jumping on dudes. They might even be setting dudes up. We know what comes with all the other smoke after that, right? But is he talking about what they doing after the fact of them being locked down, the police violating, or is he saying what happened, what led up to the alleged police getting beat up? So that's not clear. But what he is saying is that this is happening up in the facility. So what y'all think about that?
I think some things might have happened. We don't know, what took place. Maybe, that might be true that an officer got injured. I don't know, under what circumstances. We don't know that. But what we do know is this. Let me give you some historical background on Green Haven Correctional Facility. After the Attica riots, all of the prisoners that were in the Attica riots that survived, most of them were sent to Green Haven. And this is where all the programs, the grievance committee, all of the programs, all of the revolutionary stuff that was going on, it started the program. Because before Attica, there was no programs in New York State. That started in Green Haven Correctional Facility. So, even though, it was always a good spot, a better spot to be in because it was closer to New York, it always had a revolutionary atmosphere. A lot of programs, a lot of stuff going there, a lot of programs, a lot of things going on there in Green Haven. Am I right about that? Can you speak on that, expound on that, Moshe?
You're 110% correct, Mikey. You're right. Most of those prisoners who were accused of being instrumental in helping to lead the Attica in playing a role in any way, shape, form, or fashion, they were sent to Green Haven, and Green Haven became the academia of the state of New York, where the great minds were sent, and all of the programs and the think tanks that grew out of what we ultimately inherited later on. That was the foundation. That was the root of that. So you no question about that. No doubt about that.
All right, so that's what Green Haven really was. I was never in Green Haven though. I never Kaksaki and Green Haven is the only two Macs I've never been to. I know y'all brothers been. You been there, right, KK? You been there, Moshe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
I
there
was
for
never
2
there, so
months.
y'all can speak more on the atmosphere there and how the jail actually was.
So like Green Haven is you been in Sing Sing, right?
I've been to 16. I've been to every jail except Comstock, every Max
All right, so
except.
Green Haven is
Yeah.
it's like Sing Sing a little bit, right? A little more um a little more controlled though, just a little more. You know what I'm saying? Because how open Sing Sing is, so it ain't it ain't a lot going on like it is in a Sing Sing, but like the type of officers that's there, you got a lot of ignorant officers, um, dudes that's just foul, but it's a heavy mixture because that town was a racist town. Like Stormville was like a Ku Klux Klan town, right? Historically. So you got a sprinkle in there where you got a lot of us, a lot of people from the hood, a lot of us from the hood, a lot of, that, but then you got some serious crackers there too. And a lot of times they be trying to, it be a struggle with them because they be trying to get control of the other officers there. But some of the black officers team together, get their own little thing going. But it'd be nonsense going on. It'd be a whole lot of nonsense going on. So it's crazy because what I was going to say, I think before I had went out, was that the news thing came out 3 weeks. So this been going on for 3 weeks. So that news thing, that was 3 weeks ago. So when he came on, I guess his boy put him saying that, it's like they still locked down right now. They still going through it. You know what I'm saying? So then be like, they ain't letting them out. They ain't doing none of that. But now from seeing that news clip, we see their angle. We see what they want to do. You know what I mean? They want, they start fighting for stuff to lock dudes down even more. Yo, we got to keep them in. So now they're going to justify, oh, look what just happened.
Justification and using that as a pawn, as a piece to move and get guys more locked down, more segregated.
Yeah.
That's garbage, bro. That is all cap because you can move people. If something happened, you can move somewhere else, bro. That's cap. People are being transferred. You still can go to the box, bro. That's cap. That's cap. You know what I'm saying? But I'm about to tap out. I'm gonna let y'all brothers in this. I gotta get up kind of early. You know what I'm saying? Salute to y'all. I know y'all probably gonna keep going.
We're probably gonna be out. Just want to tap in with the people, man, real quick. Let them know what's going on, man. L Famous, L's L, right? So
L Famous, yeah.
L Famous, man. I might try to get a message to L Famous, man. Let them know, like, dudes is here. I mean, dudes is like we here. Dudes are trying to help out. I mean, and it puts the agenda. Hopefully, somebody get word to somebody else. People start calling up there, really finding out, check on your peoples. I mean, because that's what this thing's about, man. Check on your peoples, look out for them. This is what we doing. How we locked in, man. Oh,
yeah. So I think that when I hear that right there, it just, I didn't know that this happened. This is supposed to happen three
weeks. Yeah,
3 weeks ago.
So that's when the news thing came out. So something happened. When it hits the news get after everything that went down. So it goes to happen before then.
Yeah. So in that case, if that happened 3 weeks ago,
and they're
still on lockdown, now that's not good. Because I mean, the longest I've seen a jail lockdown for, I think after our situation happened in Auburn, I think it was like 2.5, 3 weeks. So, but that was a systematic. We talking about a systematic, multiple people involved, attacking various people, officers. It was strategic. So if they believe if the administration got wind that this is a coordinated attack, they're gonna shut the spot down. They're gonna get on top.
They like to use that jail as an example. I was there through two things when they brought the crushing there. They brought the orange crushing there.
Yeah.
I was there twice when they did that. When outside guys in with all the uniforms, where they even isolated the officers. You know what I'm saying? And they came in and took over the jail for that time. No, about 2 weeks, whatever. And I went through 2 of them there, and it was like an example because first time so much stuff was found, right? So much stuff was found there. They started getting rid of. They had got rid of some of the administration, right?
Yeah.
Then when the new administration came in, it's like things got worse.
Oh,
Like they ain't even fix the problem. I think that's when the guy that was in Southport that went to Southport and messed it up came down. He can't end up coming down to Greenhaven.
yeah. You talking about Griffin?
Yeah,
Superintendent Griffin. Yeah, I remember him.
yeah. Came down there.
He was a
messed it up.
super duper scumbag.
Bro, but
Yeah, he was
it
horrible.
got worse. It got worse.
He was
And
horrible.
then they end up coming back in there. But we was like, those that's conscious was like, that's kind of good for his behind. I'm saying they bring him here thinking he gon' and the spot got worse.
Yeah,
So
because that's what he did. That's what he did to Southport. When he came to Southport was horrible. He made sure that it was more police friendly, and actually a lot of staff on so-called prisoners was taking place. And when he was not there, there was a dip in those numbers. So what he did was he tried to justify those numbers because remember at this time there was word that Southport was actually on the cusp of being closed down.
Yeah.
Which ultimately happened. But this is when we first started really hearing that Southport's about to in a couple it's about to shut down. So if you notice, they started moving people up off the plantation, but he tried to create an environment where he was boosting the numbers. So it was a lot of fabricating, people getting set up with stuff, people getting jumped in mysterious places, being accused of assaults on staff. And what you just saw, where we saw this individual like on his political pulpit talking about what measures are not in place to protect the staff and individuals from violent, quote unquote, offenders in this case, or those who are incarcerated. The same thing was happening in Pond City, where you had individuals who were on the outside speaking about the violence that was taking place in the facility. And this is what individuals do. They stand on these platforms talking about they fighting against crime that ain't even happening. They fighting against a boogeyman syndrome that's not even really happening. They can speak to what's going on inside a prison. In reality, these officials is fabricating and bolstering data to justify their reason for even existing. So it's a lot that you got to look at from various angles. And when we don't have a voice on the inside, those of us that's been there, it's hard for us to even be believed. Because we don't have people who are defending us, who are, uplifting us, or even uplifting our cause. Because nobody really knows what's going on. We're like a dead society. I remember when I used to be going through all that stuff, when I used to be going from box to box, and I literally done been in every box in the freaking state, at least on a maximum facility level. But I remember going from box to box, and I literally didn't have like nobody. So I didn't know when they were gonna come move me. I didn't know what excuse they were gonna use to justify doing what they did, whether they were gonna set me up, which happened many times. They put weapons in my spot. They done put gang-related material in my spot. They done jumped on me with the handcuffs. And you don't have a voice. Once you get put back into that cell after they jump on you and they throw the cuffs on you, and it's like 10 police up in there, it's not really much you can do. You dig what I'm saying? They take them cuffs off and then throw you back in that spot. It's like they running out the cell because you trying to get up off the floor. It's a madhouse. So the reality is that we don't really have a voice. You reaching out to people, nobody's answering your letters. It's like people don't understand what you're going through. So if he's able to reach out and say, yo, this is what's going on, I believe him. I believe exactly what he's saying. Those police is up in there violating, because he's not just gonna say that just for the sake of doing so. People just don't wake up in the morning and be like, yo, let me just start making up stuff about the police just to bring attention to Green Haven. Nah. So I believe him. Personally, I believe him. That's just me.
Nah, I already knew when someone go through that measure. I mean, because it be so much stuff going on. When somebody go through that measure, that's when like, yo, all else is failing.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. So yeah.
It's like
Yes.
ain't nobody answering, ain't nobody doing nothing. It's like, yo, bro, how we gonna do this? Like, yo, I'll be on YouTube, just call in, or I'll make how you go live on. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know, they'll think that, you know, hopefully, you know, somebody hear it or hear him, you know what I'm saying, and reach out, you know, and try
Now
to.
what we can do is we can then go through the various channels of, as taxpaying citizens.
Yeah.
What we can do is we can go through the various channels of investigating this and trying to look further into it, so we can get more clarification as to what's actually taking place, so that these individuals don't think that there's not no scrutiny that's taking place. There's people actually watching this place, and we can really put attention and put the flashlight up there. Maybe even bring a couple of buses up there, and you know, just what did the late John Lewis say? Make some good trouble, get into some good trouble.
Good trouble.
Yeah, I know, because the reality is that if these people are being abused in there, like the brother said that they are,
Yeah.
then maybe we need to draw some attention to this place so that people don't have to worry about being thrown down a flight of stairs and there's nobody there that's going to witness that. Because we know that in Green Haven, there's a lot of blind spots, dog. You get hurt real bad up in there,
Yeah.
real bad.
Yeah.
And if you get handcuffs put on you, the police escorting you from one place to another, it could get really nasty in that place.
Yeah, because you know, it's crazy because I had went through there. I had went through that, man, when I was actually from the shower, like went from the shower straight to the box. They really like they had came in my cell to get me, and I was in the shower. So when they came to get me, so they like, oh, they all surrounded the shower. I'm like, listen, man, I'm not. You already know this. I'm not getting out. No. I'm taking my shower. Boom, let's gonna bust up in here. Boom. So they already know like what's gonna happen when they come there. So that what actually happened, they sat there and waited. I came out, dried off, for my slippers on. I had grabbed my I think my chain or something. I had chain or something on my gate. I'm like, yo, that's on my gate, because the sergeant was there. They had the camera and stuff, so you know they couldn't really just wow all the way out. You know what I mean? Because of that, because you got white shirts there as well, right? So they wasn't just gonna run in there. So they made sure they got my belonging. Came out, handcuffed me, took me to the box. And that walk though, when they take you through the thing, you go through the commissary way, back thing, a back elevator, up through. It's like, oh, not
Right.
knowing, like
And that
basically,
elevator, that's a small elevator too.
yeah, and you're vulnerable though. You know what I'm saying? You at a point, you know, yeah, like at that point you're vulnerable, man. And then the move, when they move you out of there at times, you know, on the weekend at nighttime, you know, bro, that's a scary thing, man.
I came in Green Haven,
Bro.
One time on the drive. They brought me in there one time like 2 a.m.
Yeah, those is the worst.
They brought me in there one time like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that was the worst, man.
Yo, bro, when I got inside the doors, it was freezing cold, right? So this is when they was, you know how they do, K. You've been through it. So they take me out the van. I step inside. I forgot what blocks, man. I'm so glad I forgot a lot of the blocks, man. It's just horrible. I didn't forget the experiences, but a lot of the areas. But I step inside the joint. Yo, bro, it was like 5 police on one side, It was like 5 police on the other. They were standing there, like literally staring at me with the sticks in their hand. Big police too. And I stepped in there. You know, I said my name. The sergeant's there. What's your DIN number? But the funny thing is that I wasn't afraid though, because I knew that what I was standing on was righteous. You know what I'm saying? I knew that my cause, the cause that we was fighting for and what we were fighting against, I knew it was righteous. So I wasn't afraid, but the thought in my mind was like, yo, there's no cameras here.
Yeah, and you have to, and that's that's what I was saying. Just thinking, just the mindset that you have to be in, right? It's like, you kind of like basically like in a lose situation, right? Like, I ain't got no wins in this, but I'm gonna do everything I possibly can. You know what I'm saying? To make sure I'm not losing.
Yeah, I mean,
and even though we in a lose situation, you know it. It's just like, all right, and that's how it be. You going into the spots at night, and a lot of times people don't understand that when you have to stand on that type of courage, right? When you have to overcome that fear, right, and just stand, but having to be like that for a certain amount of time, that's the thing that I just started thinking about. That's traumatizing. That's the thing that traumatizing, when you gotta be like just ready to go, because you don't know what's gonna happen. This officer might just decide to hit you with the stick. Somebody might decide to punch you. He may just, so it's like you're looking at everything, watching everything, ready to strike, but at the same time, like, I don't want this to happen.
Well, I mean, so I think what was most important through those experiences is that, and I agree with you that, you know, you don't want to appear to be afraid. And I'm not saying that I wasn't like anxious, but I wasn't like afraid, you know what I'm saying? Like fearful, you know what I mean? It was more being proud that my reputation preceded me, and that they felt like they had to have so many officers standing there at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, because they realized, okay, we got somebody coming here who they consider to be a rabble rouser, somebody who is willing to stand up for his beliefs. And I felt like because of that, it's my responsibility to stand on what's righteous and not be afraid, and let them know that if y'all gonna snuff me out right here, and I got cuffs on me, I got the black chain on me, I got the chains on my ankles, it's not nothing I can do but headbutt you or whatever, or hit you with a shoulder roll, bite you or something. But you know, but outside of that, right? You know, it's if they're gonna snuff you out in that moment, you're gonna get snuffed out in that moment. But at the very least, at least they know that, you know, I'm not going out screaming and crying for my life, telling you to stop. But you gonna know that I stood on my beliefs. And that's not no knock on anybody who is not able to perform in that, but it's a very uncomfortable and unsettling feeling when you don't have no cameras there. You don't have anybody there who is a level-headed person that's gonna say, hey, I'm gonna protect this guy in that moment, because I'm not gonna let you guys jump on him. If you guys are thinking that everybody's with the SHIT, everybody with it. So whatever happened is gonna happen, and they're gonna tell their story the way that they're gonna spin their story. So they're gonna say you did this, you did that. They literally had to neutralize you because they felt threatened. And that's the end of that story, right? There ain't nobody getting prosecuted.
Yeah.
Jose Montalvo said, how many bros got life in there? I'm assuming he's talking about in Green Haven. I did hear that Shawanga per capita has the most lifers in the state, even though it's a smaller prison. But I also heard that Green Haven is the second. They got the second most lifers in the state. But I'm not sure exactly. I can't answer that question for you. I do know that a lot of people have life.
A lot.
You know what I'm saying? In Green Haven, I know it's only have gotten worse. And that's another reason why they may lock the spot down like that too, because they realize that a lot of people sitting up in there with a lot of time, that thing can get spooky quick.
Yeah, and it is crazy because it has been, certain little sparks has been happening, but they've been getting out of control more because you know how it goes, especially during times like this where it's politics, it's political time, it's voting time.
Yeah.
I'm saying they trying to get their people in, they going to get certain things, try to push for certain laws and stuff that's in their favor, because the guys been fighting. And I give it to everybody that's out here, man. You rest of the brothers in New York, a lot of the brothers been fighting, man, and pushing and getting these things, getting them laws passed. Stop some of the, stop some of the abuse or curb some of the abuse, but like you said, bro, it's a whole nother world. That'd be a whole nother world in and of itself.
Yeah, I think we can. I think from we do have an obligation since we've been out here. We're out here. We have a platform. We have to utilize it to help expose a lot of the injustices that's taking place. It's especially in an environment that we've been in and we know has a tendency at times to run out of control, and the staff is one of the most corrupt staff in the state of New York. So we got to be vigilant, and we got to keep an eye on places like that. So if brothers is reaching out to us, we literally are reaching out. They're reaching out with the expectation that they can rely upon us to basically bring attention to their cause. Now we have to expose the injustices where they exist at. It's simple as that. What I want is a little bit more information. I want names. You know what I'm saying? Give me the names of officers. I want to know exactly who's doing what, when they do it, how they did it, and then we go from there. You know what I mean? I think that
Indeed,
that's
one of the things that's crazy. I don't know, see if you could push it, but like the ILC and IGRC, right?
yeah.
What they need to do with those is make those like official entities that's connected to outside entities instead of it just being an in-house thing, whereas they get scrutinized, they get in trouble, they can't really push the agenda. You know what happens when you ILC, you trying to do right, or you working in grievance, you trying to do the right thing. They need to have some oversight
Oh my God.
outside oversight committee for them, to whereas when a guy get elected inside of there, officers know they cannot do anything about it because they're protected by people that are from the outside. I mean, whether it be some type of, you know, organization or somebody that's tied to the mayor's office or whatever, but there has to be some type of link to outside that actually protects them, so they can actually push some of the agenda that's inside of there.
The mayor's office, you mean like the governor's office?
Yeah, the governor's office. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I like that idea. I like that there's oversight and that, people are being held accountable. But at the same time, I will say this too. Unfortunately, oppression breeds resistance.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm super tired.
All
Yo,
right, we about to get off in a second. Me go, man. Go ahead,
yo,
get your rest, man.
I am cooked. You see me?
I
So check it out. I do like the idea though that these mechanisms can be implemented. But I will say that oppression breeds resistance. And if the old officers in there are abusing people, you cannot expect for people to allow themselves to be mistreated.
Yeah.
So you can't keep jumping on people in isolated areas in the jail, denying them their basic medical rights. You can't keep setting people up. You can't create a culture of abuse, a toxic culture of abuse and oppression, and expect for people to sit back and not do nothing.
Well said.
So I know if I'm in that spot and I'm in that situation, then I'm gonna fight back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not
You
not
advocate for that.
encouraging anybody to do so on that level, because everybody's not me, everybody's not you. But I'm going to go nuts, right? Because I just can't accept that, right? But not everybody's like that. And I'm not encouraging people to be like that because it comes with a hefty price. It comes with spending a lot of time in the box. And we knew a lot of people went in and didn't come out. So, it's a lot. It's a lot to accept. And kudos to those individuals who are trying to stay level headed in the midst of all of this so that they don't overreact and do something that could ultimately jeopardize them from going home,
Yeah.
or getting their trailers, or whatever it is that ultimately would put them in a more precarious situation. Kudos to those individuals. Those dudes is not soft. They're not busters. People just want to live their lives and be in a situation where they can try to get up out of there. But yeah, bro, we could definitely look into this tomorrow. I don't got a problem with that.
We're gonna look at this some more, man. We know that the boys that made the news. Yeah, find out the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? See what that was going on over there, man. But you hit it right on the nose, though, man. But this is what we here for, man. We locked in. Free J Burt. I'm gonna holler at you when I get off, man. Whoa.
Yo,
But
free
locked in,
Jay
man.
Burton, man. We gonna definitely free Jay Burton, man. We gonna let it be known that our brother is locked up out west, and we got love for him. He's our brother, and we want him to get out that cage. He's been locked up for
34. Yeah.
34 years.
Probably be 35.
Yeah, about to be 35 years, and it's like, our brother deserves to be home, and we don't want to have him in no cage any more longer. So.
And he got some good things is happening for him. He was waiting for some other people to pick up the case because you got an actual innocence thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he was waiting for other people to pick up the case. So they was looking at it. They finally reviewed it. They just took it and they're starting to move forward with it now. And one of the biggest thing that he was what was missing was they convict him like off a made up fingerprint, like a fingerprint nobody even seen.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That was
saying, man.
on the picture, like, yo, got a photo lab. This is the fingerprint that was on the butt of a gun. Right? He said the fingerprint was on. It is crazy. Well, come up real quick. Yeah,
Well,
come
up, Jay. If you got some
Yeah.
time to come up, comrade. We need you up here, man, to let the people hear your voice before we pull on up out of here. Because you on West Coast time, we on East Coast. It's almost midnight. I got office a lot.
Yeah.
I got this. I just came from this school stuff. We had an event tonight. I'm gonna post it on my Instagram page tomorrow, so you'll see it. But we had a really good session, man. I'm really proud of the fact that I went there tonight and saw people, man, who are literally in the process of getting their master's degree. They all gave their presentations on what their constructive action plans was about. And I was really impressed, man, because they let me know that the work could be done. It's a lot of work though, but ultimately it can be done. So I have a lot more confidence than I did earlier. I mean, not that I'm not confident, but so many distractions with the work and everything like that. So I'm just overwhelmed right now. But I'm just trying to organize and compartmentalize these tasks. But it's a lot though, comrade. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's a lot. But we got work to do. So we got to
get what's going on with that organization stuff too. So you can really start collaborating on things, because it's like I'm ready to take these next steps. I mean, and I need, like, I really do need help.
Is that Jay?
Nah, that's not. That's me.
No, I'm talking about, is that Jay Burton? It's about free Jay Burton here.
Yeah, that's him.
How do we know that that's him?
I know it's that picture. I know that's the picture he uses.
Ain't no picture. I see. Hold on. That's Jay? Is that Jay?
Yeah, he was in the dark in the cell.
Just want to make sure, man. Comrade.
Yeah, that's him. You see that cell? That's him, man.
Hey, Burke.
Oh, what's going on with y'all, man?
Yo,
Can y'all
comrade,
hear
what's
me?
up, my brother? How you been?
Salute loved ones, man. I'm in here just I've been multitasking, doing all kind of shit. But like KK was saying, he was on the phone with me and my one of my legal advisors the other day. We got some things going on.
Okay.
Yeah, we got some real things going on. It's coming together, y'all. It's coming together. Our time is here.
Yeah,
What's going on with y'all?
Man, we chilling, man. We was just talking about some things over here. I know you've been tuning in, man, and just hearing what's going on. So we just trying to just let's bring some attention to this nonsense that's going on in Green Haven. Brother reached out from his side, man, talking about there's a lot of abuse going on. So, we just want to make sure that we get all the facts. And that
Right.
we look into it. We locked in is gonna be front and center and
What's up,
investigating it.
Jose?
And we're
Yeah.
gonna expose who doing something they ain't got no business doing behind that wall. So
I think we got the voice. We got to be the voice for the voiceless, because the voice they not heard, all this shit gonna continue.
Yeah.
So we got to continue. Yeah, we got to continue to expose it.
They've been locked down over 3 weeks because the news thing came out 3 weeks ago.
That's crazy.
So it came out 3 weeks ago on the news. So it's been over 3 weeks. They've been locked down, and that came out today, the 25th, right? So that
25th.
Yeah, that post was like real time. The date of it today, 25th, where he was saying that. So they still going through it, still not letting them out for nothing. After a certain amount of time, they got to start letting you, shower, at least giving you shower and all that. You mean?
Yeah, because Green Haven. I'm telling you, you've been there. Green Haven can be very, very disrespectful, man.
That, bro, I done been through it, man. Coming out, trying to make you come out the hallway, everybody out. Make dudes walk down there in their drawers.
Oh God, they get real disrespectful.
They get.
Yeah, exactly. People got to understand the humanity of just what you're saying, and that's just a lightweight version that you just broke down. It's just so foul how they the whole mistreatment of us is just foul. And I don't wish this on many people. I ain't gonna say everybody, because some motherfuckers is just foul. They don't even deserve to be in society. But I ain't talking about them. But yeah, it's a foul situation. Like out here, they used to put us on lockdown for like 7-8 months at a time. We used to go on like months. No canteen, no nothing. I'm not talking about being in the hole. I'm talking about being on the general population, and them doors is not open. And then they start giving us showers like every 3 days. So we get showers every 3 days, but we'll be on lockdown for months. No canteen, nothing. And eventually some kind of new laws and policies came, and they was basically saying they can't hold us on lockdown. No, I think no more than 14 days now.
Yeah. Respectfully.
Yeah, because like it's a thing called out of cell exercises, and out of cell exercises basically that's you're entitled to that.
Yeah.
So you're entitled to at least 10 hours a week of out of cell exercises. So when they locking you down for months, weeks at a time, the shit is actually illegal.
Yeah. There's no
he
question.
said we allowed them. I can't say that we actually allowed them to do what they do. We do have a recourse. Back in the days, it was violence, and you had some that did a lot of legal work mixed with the violence, and a lot of that sacrifice had went on throughout the years, especially during the 60s and 70s. That's what basically shaped today's policies that we got throughout the nation. So when you see that, and today for it to still to be going on, there's some corrections that need to be made. But when there's no voice, when people, we never stood together. All right, Jose. What state? Jose out of what? He out the East Coast.
I disagree. I disagree with that, Jose Montalvo. I mean, I understand that there were certain periods where people did not stick to. I don't know. I beg to differ that there was some people who did stick together. I saw unity, but there were instances where I didn't see unity as well. So depends on whatever you're talking about. It also depends on what state you're talking about. So it's just there are a lot of factors that will contribute to that. Hey yo, unfortunately it's 11:40. I got to offer slot. Yo, I love y'all, man.
We about.
Have a good one. We catch y'all on a later date. Salute to everyone.
Yeah, we on there,
I'm on
man.
EBC.
We locked in. Make sure y'all share, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, super chat, everything. All up, man. We locked
Salute.
in. My
Yo,
freedom view.
oh man, I see Dion up in the building, man.
Yeah.
So
Yo.
I ain't see, man. I ain't see. Hey, my bad, Dion. I ain't seen you in so long, man. And he from my neighborhood.
Yo, Jose Montalvo, man. Shout it out to you, man.
Love, bro. Y'all have a good one out
Omar
there.
Abdullah, alhamdulillah, Ian Watt in the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got
From the
real
East Coast
sticky in
to
the
West,
court.
y'all.
Yo, got
All
sticky over there.
Sticky.
Yo, shout it out, man. Dion, man, Jose Montalvo, man, Joey P, Ramal Abdullah, everybody that pulled up, man.
Man, I hope
Like
we locked in, family, man. Told y'all, man, we're gonna be coming on some more, man, bringing y'all content, man, and vibing and just building and bringing the people together. You already know that, man.
And we're gonna give y'all
real.
update, and we're gonna keep y'all in the loop and give you some updates regarding, this
Sure.
Green Haven lockdown thing to let y'all know what's going on. And to these officers, man, who doing stuff in there that ain't got no, keep your hands off prisoners, man. We're gonna find out who you are.
Yeah, we know they be watching YouTube too.
Exactly. So it's stop. If you like the checks that come in the mail and you like getting paid and all that, stop, man.
Actually, they shit can get docked. You can dock they pay.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
nobody like money. Don't nobody like they money played with. So, but you just got to know how to litigate that shit right. Actually, if you got people on the streets, people on the streets can contact people and put pressure on them. Apply pressure as much as y'all can.
Absolutely, man. Listen, we tax-paying citizens. We have every right to hold these elected officials and these peace officers accountable.
Mhm.
Make sure that they are
Right.
upholding the law in the most fair and equitable manner. So they will be held accountable.
Right.
There's no doubt about that. So, but yeah, man.
All the time.
Salute.
Peace.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Y'all brothers take care, man. I love y'all, man.
All right, Jay Burke, I hate you, man. I hate you.
All the time. I got you. All right.